Inside the Connection, an audio production of HCTC, the Hill Country's leader in telecommunications products and services. Welcome to Inside the Connection, a podcast where we take a deeper dive into the articles of our bi-monthly magazine. Our guest today is Lorraine LeMon with Art to Heart here in Kerrville, and she was featured in our March-April 2021 Connection magazine. Lorraine does many things in our community, and one of my favorites is our high-energy radio show every morning. Her enthusiasm for living life to the fullest is evident in everything she does, and that even includes her country song about being a Texas woman. So saddle up for this ride today with Lorraine as we take a look inside the connection. I hear you on the radio all the time, and I think I'm the only one in town that has actually never met you. But I know of you.
Okay.
And I love I love everything you say on the radio.
Do you? I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah.
And I wish I could talk about that, but I am.
No problem. I'm just chuckling because when people say they've listened and they're hearing me, haven't heard me, and I'm open. I don't know which way. Sometimes people are going to go, but for the most part, 99.90% of the time, it's been all favorable. That go, girl, you got it, go. So okay.
Well, I guess I never thought about that, but sure, you could have people say, "I hear you on the radio," and they could roll their eyes at the same time.
Yeah, there are people that say, you just talk to Lorraine. Could you just lower your voice? Are you screaming? You could. And then I said, all right, then, Myrna, what you need to do is to put it outside across the street so the neighbors can hear it, and then you can hear it from across there. Or they'll say, you're talking too fast. And I said, well, you know what you need to do? You need to speed up.
Need to listen faster.
But thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Well, and the reason that you are so excited about that, I guess, is simply because, you are excited about what you're talking about, correct?
I am. I really am. I think it's this whole philosophy that I don't even know where I got it from. I just kind of think it's a divine thing that I believe that every human being comes to the planet kind of specifically designed for his or her time, and that they already come packaged. And so if I've adopted that, I put it together, mishmashed it from something, and I have adopted it on everything I do, even with the kids and everything in life, that there was no mistake in your time being born, because this is the time we're going to need you. And so, whether you believe in God or not, or infinite power, they had to see the crazies coming before you came. And if there's all the crazies coming and didn't change anything, then obviously we can do the job.
Sure.
And I think I'm just a perfect person for this time. I'm a female. I'm black, I'm conservative, I'm a preacher, I'm all the things that the world has been, in a lot of ways have been, it's been upheavals. And then I love kids, and then I'm raised in the inner city of Detroit, lost all my sisters and brothers. There's 5 of us in the tragedy. I'm the only one alive. So I hit all bingo, bing, bing, bing.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Well, I've never been in one of your art classes, but I'm assuming you take the same enthusiasm towards your students. Is that right?
Absolutely. Tomorrow, I'm right here right now. Tomorrow, and although I'm standing here in Hills, I'm preparing for the art, what we got to call Summer Sensation. Kids come here at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and they're going to learn all kinds of various musical Disney songs, and then they're going to do some patriotic songs. And what we're going to do with them then is that they're going to learn them, and then at the end of the month of June, because every Saturday they'll meet here, the end of the month of June, they're going to perform at the county courthouse, then they'll perform at the Lewis Hayes Park, and then they're going to perform again right here at the Kerrville Cultural Center. So I'm excited about that. And I'll motivate them. When they come in, they're going to go in all kinds of. I just met with my staff last night. From the time they walk in the door, getting their juice and their and their Go-Gurts and getting some fresh fruit. Then I have them going to shout it out. What's your name? I got personality, and then making them talk about their personality and getting that whole on-stage presence thing coming out of them. And then we'll split them up in various groups, and they'll learn songs. And then we've got one of our kids, which is really great, she's done well Dancing with LA Magic, and also is going to Ballet Magnificat. She's going to be teaching now the choreography for the closing piece. We're going to make it real tribal, you know. So I'm excited about that, too.
Well, have you found music really brings out the students and their excitement?
No doubt about it. I mean, before I moved here, I lived in the Rio Grande Valley, and even before I moved here, I lived in Michigan, actually born and raised in the inner city of Detroit. Music, actually, and the arts really saved me.
Okay.
I still believe that to this day. And then when we moved to Texas and started working in the Rio Grande Valley, they was asking me to go into the public schools and do some drug prevention things. And I said, well, let's bring some music and a little hip-hop, a little dance. And next thing I know, I'm doing 30 schools a year. And it dawned on me what the hook in the jaw was the music.
Okay.
Music, first of all, the arts have a way to open up, go inside the heart, find what's really already there.
Okay.
And then give them a chance to explore and discover. It is the exploratory and the discovery process that little Jenna, little Mary, little Juan, and Jacob, and KK, and Ray finds who they really are. Really, it's through that discovery process. And I think the probe on the end of that tip is the whole art and music thing. That's what it does. It sparks, it spurs, and it releases them.
Is that where the art to heart kind of name comes from?
Using the arts to reach the hearts. We change lives, not put people on stage. I'm looking at my alumni now. We've got hundreds of them. I look on the wall here. We got little gangly Marissa, which is, center point up in the trailer area,
right.
Which is now was great at dance, but what is she doing? She's got her own law firm up in Austin.
Wow.
And I think when I look at these kids' pictures, and police officers and med students, and they were really powerful on the stage, but that's not what they're doing. We may have 2 people, maybe 3 people since 2003 when I started this that are on stage.
Okay.
Maybe 3 now. We got one in Europe, and she is now a really, really famous jazz singer, Haley Tuck, and then we have Haven in California, which is a music producer. We do have that, but I look at how the arts has been just a tool, and what makes us different, stand apart from the average so-called after-school program, is the fact that we have this unique blend of the blending character qualities in with the arts. So all while they're learning and singing and dancing, they're learning about making better choices, and we do this whole acronym thing out of everything. ABC stands for A Better Choice, CRAVE, CRAVE, commitment, responsibility, accountability, vision of living by example, vitamin C's. Every human being comes to the planet with a cause. The next C is he makes a commitment, and then challenges and choices and courage, and And so we loop it all in between. Make songs out of it, make riddles out of it. Right now we're going to make a cheer out of it this summer. Give me a C. What it mean? Give me
Well, do you do corporate training as well, too? It sounds like we need some of that at our office.
Actually, yes. I did the Border Patrol. I did the teachers group. Yeah, I did. I did bankers, and that's when it really dawned on me that what I was using for adults was also could be used for kids.
Okay. Because
nothing is going to work without a commitment and being responsible. Nothing. It's just not going to work. And so then I started putting it together. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. In one school district, they had me do I came in, they said, we want you to do our elementary. So I had 3 assemblies there. They said, but could you come in earlier and talk with our teachers? Mm-hmm. And I said, sure. So and then they said, well, can you stay afterwards and then talk with our parents? I said, sure.
Wow.
Message never, the principles of the message never changed.
I was about to ask you, does the message change much? But I guess people are people at all ages, and they probably need to hear the same thing. Is that right?
Well, every relationship and every business and anything you ever will do in life, it has to have a commitment and responsibility. Okay. And what I call America's greatest cuss word, accountability. We don't want it.
Sure.
But it can't, and they all connect. When you remove any one of those out of the equations, we jack. And that's how we work right now, So I push that. I push that a lot.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, how long have you been doing this in the Kerrville area?
I moved here in 1999.
Okay.
And then from 1999 to maybe 2002 or so, I was going around to the sports center, the Boys and Girls Clubs and things like that. And then we started the nonprofit in 2003 when it became a real original, effective 501c3 nonprofit. Callows and various ones started funding this and went from there.
Okay. If people want to support you, do they go to your website, or how
go
can
right
people
to the
support?
website? There's a place to donate on it, and they can always call us too, like you have. But they can go right to the website. There's a place to donate on it, and it gives you information about who we are.
Excellent.
Art and the number 2 heart. Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you need from the community that we can help support you with?
Well, let me think. I could use volunteers.
Okay.
All nonprofits do. We could use volunteers. In the fall, to be honest with you, I really am looking for someone with an artistic flair that can kind of oversee. We're going to collaborate with Peterson's Hospital and do inspirational quotes on the stairs. The staircase that the doctors and the nurses use, not the staircases. That the patient used. When I was standing there looking at those staircases a month ago, I lost count of the doctors and the nurses going up and down those stairs. And it's one of those old stairwells. One of those old with the iron and all of that.
Sure.
And we have walls. And we want to collaborate with a Peterson Hospital to do that. We need that. And then we also are needing people sometimes to build certain things for this. We're trying to put together some choir stands and things for this. If this summer sensation goes well, we're going to take these kids. We're going to keep them. We're not going to start a new program. We're going to keep it as a part of our program.
Okay.
So we need people that are musically inclined. These kids are going to get a chance to make a CD, and that's the difference. We have a recording studio, my husband and I.
Nice.
And our 17 acres where I live in Center Point, and so their field trip is going to be going to the studio and recording.
Oh, what a blast that's going to be.
No.
Wow. Well,
So
that's a whole lot. You do a whole lot more things than I thought you did. And of course, as I started this saying that I heard you on the radio, so I know you got a whole lot more to who you are as a person besides just doing some of these programs with our students. But
and I do. Yeah, the radio, the music. In fact, July is going to be what I call Me Month. Hopefully, I can finish my book, Juke Joint Girl, and then and actually get some things done that not only for me media wise, but where I can go syndicate all over. I really want to syndicate. I really need to do that.
Well, so tell me real quick about you. Have you done have you written other books, or have you recorded music, or tell me about
okay. You could just write it down. It's a Texas Woman's Anthem song.
Okay.
Texas Woman's Anthem song. It's on Spotify and it's on YouTube. And so there I was doing I wrote my first country song, believe it or not. Motown as I can be. So, but yes, it'll get you no matter who you are. It's going to get you. Country's going to get you. So it got me, and I wrote a country song, and it's a really nice song, and it's a song talk about when I moved here, how one of the things I noticed the women down here was doing everything themselves, and they kept saying, we do things different. I kept thinking, well, you have babies, I have babies, cook, bake, and what? And then it dawned on me one day what I was looking at was they had that do-it-yourself attitude.
Okay.
And so that's how that song developed. And one day my printer wasn't working, and I started thinking, I said, I'm going to go down and make this printer work. And I took it apart and went to Google and all of this stuff, and boom, put it back together, and it worked. I went, yeah, I'm a Texas woman. And then you'll laugh. Then I said, I'm a bucking up. And then when I looked at the printer, I said, printer, you see that garbage can right there? This is your life. You're alive. And I was thinking, I'm bucking up. I don't even know if I got that from, but it worked. The printer believed me, and it worked. So the song is, I went to a 2-year college, and I got a degree, got so hot, couldn't mess with me, brought on the bacon, put in the pan, had a real good job, and the damn good man bought me a house, got me a Lexus, but didn't know how to be a woman until I moved to Texas. And so that chorus runs through there. But you know who really loves the song? The men.
Funny. Do they really?
They love that song.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well, anyway, so I hope I bent your ear pretty much now.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love talking with people because you always learn more than you were expecting, and
exactly.
you didn't disappoint. So people will love to hear this. I love that greatly. Well, Lorraine, I will get by to meet you one of these days, so I can actually get to know who you are. But I do love your radio show, and I do love the things that you do with our students in town. So,
and if I had one thing to say to all of us in this country and this world today, and that is, we have been set up. And that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Every human being does come to the planet specifically designed for the times they live in. Something greater and bigger than you and I could have long changed, but they didn't. And the reason why I believe that the infinite power of God didn't is because we can do the job. We can do it.
Okay.
And not to give up.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. God bless you. Talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll join us again as we take another look inside the connection. As a side note, all of our publications are on our website at hctc.net. Then go to resources and then to news, and there you'll see a tab for newsletters. Just keep in mind this podcast should not be copied, distributed, published, or reproduced, either in whole or in part, without the express written consent of HCTC. Any inquiries relating to the podcast should be directed to the Manager of Community Relations, that's me, at podcast@hctc.net. Thank you so much.